Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series on analog communication. Last class we have discussed about the introduction of angle modulation. Let us continue the lecture. This is the basic expression for the modulation or a carrier signal. AC represents the amplitude of the signal, omega ct represents the frequency of the signal, phi represents the phase of the signal. When we are doing amplitude modulation, we have taken phi is equal to 0 and omega ct is a constant and AC is variable for modulated signal of AM. That means among these three parameters, if one is variable, the other two are constant. Now this modulation is called amplitude modulation. The frequency of the carrier is varies. The other two parameters are constant. And this modulation is called frequency modulation. The phase of the carrier varies with respect to the instantaneous values of the message signal, and that is called as a phase modulated signal or phase modulation. The other two parameters, the frequency and amplitude, is constant. And now this is representing amplitude and this is angle of the signal. Now the angle modulation again sub-classified as frequency as well as the phase. Now what I am doing here, the S of t I am taking as AC cos theta. Now theta is angle of the S of t, nothing but where theta is equal to omega ct plus phi. Now if I differentiate this, modulation is nothing but change of the parameter. Now that change I am getting through the differentiation with respect to time. Now d theta by dt is also called as instantaneous angular frequency omega I, the change of frequency at that particular time interval. D theta by dt is equal to instantaneous frequency is equal to, now if you differentiate these two, omega ct differentiation is with respect to t is omega c plus phi is d phi by dt, right? So that means omega I instantaneous frequency, which is equal to omega c plus d phi by dt. Now this is an important formula where we are getting modulation, right? Omega I is equal to omega c plus d phi by dt, right? So take it as equation 2. Now I am writing the same expression, omega I is equal to omega c plus d phi by dt. So I am dividing the entire expression with 2 pi, then I will get the instantaneous frequency. Now this is instantaneous angular frequency I need, right? This is expression 1. So divide expression 1, divide with 2 pi. Expression 1 divide with 2 pi. then this becomes Fi is equal to Fc plus 1 by 2 pi into d phi by dt. Now this is the expression I am going to get. Now this is the expression for instantaneous frequency. This expression for instantaneous frequency. For the competitive examinations point of view, this is important, right? Like earlier, this is instantaneous angular frequency. How I get the instantaneous angular frequency? When I get the differentiation, when I do the differentiation, right, with the angle, and I can call it as angle modulation, right? And now, if I bring the Fc here, now this you take it as equation 2, right? Now this I have written it as equation 2, and this is equation 2, and this you take it as equation 3, right? This is also equation 2. Equation 2 divide with 2 pi, fine. Now if I bring the Fc here, Fi minus Fc, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi, which is d phi by dt, this Fi minus Fc is called as delta F. That means frequency deviation. What is delta F means? Frequency deviation. Now my frequency is deviated when I do the differentiation, right? That's what delta F is equal to 1 by 2 pi, right, d phi by dt. This is important formula, which is equal to delta F is equal to Fi minus Fc, right? Now what is Fi is equal to from this expression? Let me take this as equation 4, right? This equation 4a. So from equation 4a, right, what is Fi is equal to, the instantaneous frequency is equal to Fc plus delta F. Can I write like this? Fc plus delta F, right? Now from this, what is Fi maxima? Instantaneous frequency maxima is equal to Fc is a constant, that means scalar frequency. What I have used before the modulation is a constant one, Fc, right? So Fc plus, now this frequency deviation, whenever the frequency deviation is maxima, now then only instantaneous frequency will be maxima. Now Fi minima, where I will get Fi minima? Fc minus delta F minima. I'm sorry, delta F maxima. Delta F maxima. Or else you can also take Fc plus delta F minima. Not a problem, right? Both are same. So why these signs are varying means, now whenever this as a message signal m of t, if you see in amplitude modulation, the modulated signal amplitude is maxima whenever message signal is maxima at this particular instant. At this particular instant, the message signal is maxima. Now the modulated signal amplitude is also maxima at this. So at this junction, the message signal is minima, right? Now this is what? AC, and now this is minus AC. Only the magnitude is changing. AC minus AC. Whenever the magnitudes are same, but only the sign changes between the maximum amplitude to the minimum amplitude, only the sign changes. This is a plus AC and this is minus AC. Right? For the sinusoidal signal, whenever the two maxima and minima same and only the magnitude is changes, here you can observe the change in the sign. So here maximum frequency we are going to get whenever the amplitude of the message signal is high, maximum amplitude, maximum frequency we are going to get. Whenever message signal is minima, you are going to get minimum frequency. Understand? Whenever the message signal is maxima, you are going to get Fi maxima, then frequency deviation is high. Whenever message signal is minima, frequency deviation is low, you are going to get less frequency. That means the angle of, what is the definition of angle modulation from this statement? The angle of the carrier signal, angle means both frequency and phase. The theta term is going to vary. Right? This is this one. This theta term is going to vary. The angle of the modulated signal is going to vary with respect to the instantaneous values of the message signal. That means whenever the message signal is maxima, you are going to get Fi maxima. Whenever message signal is minima, you are going to get Fi minima. Understand? So this you consider it as equation 5 and equation 6. So equation 5 and plus equation 6, that means Fi max plus Fi minima, I am going to do here Fi max plus Fi minima is equal to Fc plus delta F maxima plus Fc minus delta F maxima, right? Fc plus delta F maxima plus Fc minus delta F maxima. Now these two will get cancelled. Now the expression will be Fi maxima plus Fi minima is equal to 2Fc. From this expression, Fc is equal to Fi maxima plus Fi minima by 2. These are the expressions, important expressions for the competitive examination point of view. Right? What I did from the initial stage, I have differentiated to get the change and the angle. Right? I have differentiated with respect to time. I got the instantaneous frequency. From the instantaneous frequency, I got the frequency deviation. From the frequency deviation, I find out the Fi maxima and Fi minima. If instantaneous maximum frequency, instantaneous minimum frequency. Now from this I have calculated the relationship between Fi maxima, Fi minima to the Fc. And similarly, if we subtract equation 5 and equation 6, that will be Fi maxima minus Fi minima is equal to Fc plus delta F maxima minus Fc plus delta F maxima. Now these two will get cancelled now. Now the resultant function is Fi maxima minus Fi minima is equal to, now these two will get cancelled now, plus fc and minus fc will get cancelled now. And the resultant is 2 into delta f maxima. Right. From this, 2 into delta f maxima is equal to fi maxima minus fi minima. Now this is important function to be understand in the angle modulation. Important function to be understand the angle modulation. Let me take this as equation 8. Now whenever message signal is maxima, you are going to achieve fi maxima, higher frequency. Whenever message signal is minima, you are going to achieve fi minima. Now in angle modulation, the modulated frequency is varying between fi maxima to fi minima. The frequency variation, that means frequency swing related to message signal, right? The frequency swing is between fi maxima to fi minima. So then 2 into delta f max I can call it as, and this entire expression I can call it as frequency swing. After modulation, the modulated signal frequency varies between fi maxima to fi minima. Then this expression I can call it as frequency swing. Right? So these are the basic terminologies which you should understand from the angle modulation. Then the frequency modulation and phase modulation is very easy, which we are going to see. Right. Now what I am doing, this already we have seen in the previous lecture. Now in this section we are going to see the angle modulation. The angle I am representing as theta. The theta I have differentiated to calculate instantaneous angular frequency. From the instantaneous angular frequency I have calculated instantaneous frequency. From the instantaneous frequency I have calculated frequency deviation. From frequency deviation I have calculated fi maxima and fi minima. This fi maxima and fi minima is proportional to the delta f maxima, and delta f maxima is varied with respect to the message signal. Whenever the message signal amplitude is maxima, delta f is maxima. Whenever message signal amplitude is minima, then delta f value will be, magnitude is negative. Right? Then with this expressions 5 and 6 I have calculated the representation of fc and the representation of frequency swing. So to derive this frequency swing, right, to know the frequency swing of the modulation, I have derived this entire expression. Okay. Now the angle modulation, now the signal s of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus phi. Right, AC cos omega ct plus phi. Now this is a phase. Now that phase should be proportional to m of t. That's it. From the definition, I have written this expression. What is the definition of phase modulation? The phase of the carrier signal is varied with respect to the amplitude of the message signal. Whenever the message signal is amplitude is maxima, phi should be maxima. Whenever message signal amplitude is minima, phi should be minima. Similarly, that's why I have represented the phi is proportional to m of t. Then this proportionality constant I am replacing with kp into m of t, right? Where kp is equal to phase sensitivity of the modulator. Phase sensitivity of the modulator. Like the similar term we have seen in the amplitude modulation, like Ka. In this phase modulation, we are going to get Kp. Very simple, right? Now the units for Kp is, now Kp is equal to phi by m of t. Now phi is, units of phi is radians and m of t is volts, right? Now the Kp, the units for Kp is radian per volt. Remember, the units for Kp is radians per volt. Then if I substitute, now let me consider this as equation 1 and this is equation 2. If I substitute equation 2 in equation 1, now S of t is equal to AC cos omega Ct plus Kp into m of t is the general representation of phase modulation. Understand? I have not done anything. Now your phase of the signal should be equal to Kp into m of t. Now this expression I have substituted in equation 1. Now this looks like S of t is equal to AC cos omega Ct plus Kp into m of t is our phase modulated signal. Right? This is the general time domain representation of PM signal. So this, in short, I am calling it as PM, right? Phase modulation. And now, for a better analysis, I am substituting m of t is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt. If I substitute m of t is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt, then that is called as single tone modulation, because single frequency, single message frequency component I am substituting in the place of m of t, then I can call it as the single tone modulation. Now let us see the single tone PM, the single tone phase modulated signal, right? Now what I have to do, in the expression 3, we have to substitute, right? In the expression 3, we have to replace the m of t with am cos 2 pi fmt, then that expression I can call it as single tone PM signal, right? Now the S of t is equal to AC cos omega Ct plus Kp, right? Am cos 2 pi fmt. That's it, simple. Now this is called as single tone PM signal representation. Now this is, I can represent with Kp into Am is equal to beta, is the modulation index. Which also I can call it as phase deviation. Beta is also called as modulation index or phase deviation, right? I can prove beta is also called as phase deviation. Now I am representing this, I am replacing Kp into m of t or Kp into Am as beta. Now final expression of PM signal is AC cos omega Ct plus beta cos 2 pi fmt, right? Now this is the single tone modulated PM signal. This is a single tone modulated PM signal, right? And from the instantaneous frequency, what I derived earlier, Now we will see the frequency change, right, here, or phase deviation here we are going to see, right. So from this expression I am going to see, right, Fi is equal to, right, fine. What is instantaneous frequency? Fi is equal to Fc plus 1 by 2 pi d phi by dt, right. Now what is phi is equal to Kp into m of t, Kp into m of t. Now that I am substituting now, Fi is equal to Fc plus 1 by 2 pi into d by dt into Kp into m of t. Now instantaneous frequency is equal to Fc plus Kp is a constant phase sensitivity, Kp into 2 pi into dm of t by dt. This is instantaneous frequency for the phase modulated signal, and especially this is called as slope of the message signal. Dm of t by dt is slope of the message signal. Understand? Whenever message signal varies, instantaneous frequency varies. If the m of t is larger, Fi is larger. If m of t is lower, Fi is lower. That's it. Right? Now we will see, if I take this Fc here to the left hand side, that becomes Fi minus Fc. This becomes Fi minus Fc, right? Fi minus Fc is equal to omega Ct plus dm of t by dt. That's what the expression, right? Right, Fc plus Kp by 2 pi dm of t by dt. This is PM signal, which you can write. Now I am going to substitute m of t here, and I am differentiating the message signal. Now this I can represent as delta f, right? Delta f is nothing but frequency deviation, right? Omega Ct plus d by dt of am cos 2 pi fmt. Now if I differentiate this, I am going to get delta f is equal to omega Ct plus. Now this is the slope of the message signal. Now if I take the Fc to the left hand side, this becomes Fi minus Fc, a frequency deviation, right? Like in the earlier expression, Fi minus Fc is frequency deviation. The same thing which I am going to do now. Fi minus Fc is equal to Kp by 2 pi dm of t by dt. Now what this m of t I am going to substitute, Fc minus Fc is equal to delta f is equal to Kp by 2 pi d by dt of am cos 2 pi fm into t. Now if I differentiate this, delta f is equal to Kp by 2 pi into am. If I differentiate, this becomes sin 2 pi fmt into 2 pi into fm, right? Now this 2 pi and this 2 pi will get cancelled. Now delta f is equal to Kp into am sin 2 pi fmt into fm. The maximum value of sin is where to calculate the delta f maxima or delta f, the maximum value of sin is 1, right? Kp into Am into Fm, Kp into Am into Fm. Now Kp into Am, which is equal to delta F by Fm, which is equal to modulation constant beta, right? That's what I have told this beta, right? This beta is modulation index or phase deviation, right? This is called as modulation index. Now the another formula for beta modulation index, which is equal to delta F by Fm or Kp into Am. These are the different formulas for modulation index. Both are same, right? Delta F by Fm or Kp into Am. Now this is also called as the phase deviation. Now if you want to write the definition of phase deviation, the phase deviation is equal to the phase of the modulation index or phase of the modulated signal minus phase of the carrier signal. The phase deviation is equal to the phase of the modulated signal. So after modulation, the phase of the signal, before modulation, the carrier frequency phase. The subtraction of phase of the modulated signal to the phase of the carrier signal, right? What is the phase of the modulated signal? If you take the phase of the modulated signal is, right, this is Kp Am cos 2 pi Fmt. The maximum signal is cos 2 pi Fmt is 1. Now this is omega Ct and this is phi. This is phi, phase of the signal after modulation. That means Kp into Am is the phase of the signal, right? Kp into Am is the phase of the modulated signal. Now this becomes phase of the modulated signal becomes Kp into Am. Phase of the carrier is 0. Initially the phase of the carrier is 0 degrees. Only after modulation, according to the message signal, the phase of the carrier is varies. From the basic definition I am telling this. Initially the phase of the carrier signal is 0. That means C of t is equal to AC cos omega Ct plus phi, that phi is equal to 0 before modulation, and after modulation that phi becomes Kp into Am, right? And now the phase deviation is also called as Kp into Am, which is equal to beta. That's why the beta is also called as phase deviation. The beta is also called as modulation index from the definition, right? There is a modulation index. The different formulas for modulation index are delta F by Fm is 1, Kp into Am is the another one, right? This is about the phase modulation. The graphical representation of the phase modulation, the time domain representation of the phase modulation will be discussed in the, right, next slides. Okay. So let me discuss the frequency modulation. After that, I can show you the time domain representation of the phase modulation signals and frequency modulation signals, right? Now what is the signal representation of phase modulation? S of t is equal to AC cos omega Ct plus beta cos 2 pi Fmt is the phase modulated signal. Now let us discuss the frequency modulation. The frequency modulation is nothing but now this has to vary and this should be constant, that phi should be constant. How can I separate these two? How can I separate these two? If I differentiate, this phi becomes 0, the constant is 0 and this becomes omega c. if I differentiate with respect to t, because this is a constant, phi is a constant. That's what the basic definition says. When you are changing the frequency, the phi is constant. When you are changing the phase, the omega ct and ac is the constant. Okay, let us see. Now this component omega c I have to vary. So from the definition, right, this is a message signal I am giving to the frequency modulator, and here it is fc, and here I am giving fm. Now from the definition, the frequency of the carrier signal varies with respect to the instantaneous values of the message signal. What is the definition for frequency modulation? The frequency of the carrier varies with respect to the instantaneous values of the message signal is called frequency modulation. Now this carrier has to vary with respect to the instantaneous values of the message signal. Now if you see, now the signal is maxima, the frequency is maxima. The signal is maxima, the frequency is maxima. That means this waves are compressed together. Higher frequency means wavelength is shorter, the wavelengths are shorter in nature. Now whenever message signal is minima, at this instant of time, the frequency is minima. That's from the basic definition. Now this is the basic time domain representation of FM signal. Right? So that means now this is F maxima and this is F minima, because my base carrier frequency is Fc. F maxima is greater than Fc, F minima is less than Fc. With comparison to Fc, it is F maxima and F minima. Now the change from Fc to F maxima is delta F. The change from Fc to F minima is also delta F. That's what I told you. F maxima is equal to Fc plus delta F. F minima is equal to Fc minus delta F. Right? That's what the basic expressions we have derived here. Fc plus delta F, Fc minus delta F. This is F maxima, this is F minima. Right? Fine. Now if you see, this is a message signal and this particular is AM and this one is minus AM, this plus AC and this is minus AC. Whenever message signal is maxima, if you see this one, message signal is maxima, higher frequency you are going to achieve. The frequency is very, very high. Whenever the message signal is minima, the frequency is lower. That's why the waves are apart, the waves are compressed. Understand? This is a higher frequency in F maxima and this is F minima. Right? F maxima and F minima, that is with respect to the signal, and this one will be the amplitude of the modulated signal will be same as the carrier signal. The amplitude of the modulated signal is same as the modulated signal. Now if you see, the amplitude is never changed. The entire time duration, the amplitude of the signal is constant. That's what I told you. When you are doing frequency modulation, the other two parameters, amplitude and phase, are constant. Understand? Now let us see. Now the general carrier is S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus phi. Right? Omega ct plus phi represents the angle of the carrier. where omega c represents the frequency modulation, right? If you vary the omega c, and that is called as frequency modulation. If you vary phi, phase modulation, which we have seen earlier by varying the phase, substituting phi is equal to kp into m of t. And now here the frequency modulation, that means delta f, the change of frequency should be proportional to m of t. Okay, the change of frequency should be proportional to m of t. Then what I can write it as delta f is equal to kf into m of t. Delta f means frequency, the units for frequency is hertz, right? Then kf is equal to delta f by m of t, the units are hertz per volt. Now kf is frequency sensitivity of the modulator. It's just simple. Now what is kf represents? Frequency sensitivity of the modulator. What is kf is right, is equal to delta f by m of t, which I can represent, the units of the kf is hertz per volt. Remember this. And now from the basic expression, s of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus phi. Understand? And from the instantaneous frequency, Fi is equal to Fc plus d phi by dt, right? That means Fi minus Fc is equal to d phi by dt. Now Fi minus Fc is equal to delta f, which is equal to d phi by dt is into 1 by 2 pi. Right? This I forgot to write. Fc plus 1 by 2 pi into d phi by dt. This is 1 by 2 pi d phi by dt. It's 1 by 2 pi d phi by dt. Right? Now from this expression, delta f is equal to 1 by 2 pi d phi by dt, which is also equal to kf into m of t, right? Which is also equal to kf into m of t. Now that's what I told you, the instantaneous frequency is very, very important formula which gives you the phase modulated signal as well as frequency modulated signal representations in time domain, right? So from this d phi by dt, which is equal to 2 pi into kf into m of t. Now what I am doing is, I am replacing this phi with this signal. I am replacing this phi with this representation. Now here phi is there, here d phi by dt. Now if I send this to the differentiation to the right hand side, it will become integration, or else if I integrate the both sides, left hand side and right hand side, if I integrate the both sides, then I will get the phi. Now integrate both sides. If I integrate both sides, then phi is equal to 2 pi kf into integration of m of t dt. m of t dt. Fine. Now this is an important relation, right? This you take it as expression 1 and this you take it as expression 2. So the expression 2 is derived from the instantaneous frequency. What is Fi is equal to Fc plus 1 by 2 pi into d phi by dt, which I have derived, right? Which I have derived here, even an angular modulation which I have derived, right? Understand? Now I am going to substitute the equation 2 in equation 1. Now it becomes S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus that phi I am replacing with 2 pi into kf into integration of m of t dt. Now this is the relation, time domain expression of the EFM signal. This is the general representation of FM signal in time domain, right? Now I am going to substitute m of t is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt. I am going to substitute m of t is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt. If I substitute this to the general expression 3, if I substitute this, and that becomes a single tone FM, right? I am writing here single tone FM. That means S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus 2 pi kf integration of am cos 2 pi fmt dt. Okay. Then S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus 2 pi into kf into this am I am taking out because it is a constant, integration of cos 2 pi fmt dt. Right? What is the integration of cos 2 pi fmt dt? Becomes AC cos omega ct plus kf into am. This becomes what? Sin 2 pi fmt divided by 2 pi fm, right? Okay. So now I have done the differential integration of cos 2 pi fmt. Now this 2 pi and this 2 pi will get cancelled. Now the resultant expression is, if you see the resultant expression, final expression S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus kf into am by fm, kf into am by fm into sin 2 pi fmt, right? So now this expression kf into am by fm I am replacing with beta. Beta is modulation index. Again beta is equal to kf into am by fm or delta f by fm. So now beta is a modulation index which is a common for both phase modulation and frequency modulation. Beta is equal to delta f by fm in frequency modulation, beta is equal to delta f by fm in phase modulation, right? Even in phase modulation, we have seen, right, beta is equal to delta f by fm. Here also beta is equal to delta f by fm, right? Now I am changing the expression, I am writing the final expression for the frequency modulation. S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus beta into sin 2 pi fmt is the final expression for the FM signal. Now this is the time domain representation of FM signal, time domain representation of FM signal, and where beta is equal to modulation index or phase deviation, both you can call it as, right? So now what is a beta is equal to? Delta f by fm or kf into am by fm, right? So these formulas which we have to remember, right? And then we will see the relationship between frequency modulation and phase modulation. Now let us write the expressions for phase modulation. The phase modulation expression is equal to S of t equal to AC cos omega ct plus kp into m of t. Now for the frequency modulation, S of t is equal to AC into cos into omega ct plus 2 pi kf into m of t dt. These are the basic expressions of PM and FM, which we will see again, right? It's a phase modulated signal omega ct plus kp into m of t, right? Omega ct plus kp into m of t. And the similar way, the frequency modulated signal AC cos omega ct plus 2 pi kf into integral of m of t dt. Now if we observe what is the difference between the phase modulated signal and the frequency modulated signal, these components are constant. So this is constant in both, same, I mean, right? These are same. The only change is here. So in phase modulation, we have taken straight away the message signal. We have considered this straight away the message signal. In frequency modulation, we are doing integration of the message signal. If we do it the integration, then that becomes the frequency modulation. If we do the, if we take straight away the m of t, that becomes phase modulated signal. And now I am going to give you two blocks. So out of the final block is frequency modulation. Ultimately I should get the phase modulated signal. How to get it? Now here I am giving m of t. This tells you the relationship between FM and PM clearly. I am giving m of t here. Now FM means what you are going to get, integration of m of t, but whereas PM straight away you should get the m of t, right? Now what mathematical function I should use finally to get phase modulated signal? That means straight away I should get the m of t. FM means I will get the integration. So to convert the integration, I have to do this box will be d by dt. That means a differentiator, this box will be differentiator. When this is passing through the d by dt, then output of this one is dm of t by dt. If this is passing through the frequency modulated signal, if this is passing through the frequency modulated signal, that means here what you are going to get is, now my input is dm of t by dt to the frequency modulator, not the m of t. Okay. Now if you see the earlier, the frequency modulation, I have given message signal straight away. Now what I am doing now, I am giving dm of t by dt to the m of t. Now what is the output is Pm, I need Pm. Now Pm is equal to what how I am going to get AC cos omega Ct plus Kf into integral dm of t by dt into dt, right? Now this differentiation and will get cancelled, and you will get the Pm signal is equal to AC cos omega Ct plus Kf into m of t, which is similar to my, right, similar to my phase modulated signal. So both will be same now. So now these two are same signal. Now straight away m of t, straight away m of t, right? So if we have a frequency modulator to generate the phase modulation, right, or else from the frequency modulation, if you want to generate the phase modulation, you have to use another block called differentiator. If you use a differentiator, if you pass the message signal through the differentiator, that output of the differentiator, if you give it to the frequency modulation, then you are going to get the phase modulated signal, as simple as that, right? And now tell me, I have a phase modulated signal, how we are going to get the frequency modulation, right? Similarly, now what is the difference between these two? Integration. Phase modulation, straight away m of t you are considering. In frequency modulation, integration you are doing the m of t, message signal, right? Now here what you are getting, phase modulated signal. If I take the integration of the message signal, now from here we are going to get the m of t. If I do the integration, right, integration, the output is what I am going to get now, the output is integration of m of t dt, right? This is integration block. Now this is integration. Now if you give it to the frequency phase modulation, what is the output of the phase modulation? The output will be AC cos omega Ct plus Kp into integral m of t dt. Earlier straight away I am giving m of t. Now to generate frequency modulated signal, I am giving integral of m of t to the phase modulated signal, right? Now if you see Kp into, if I don't give integration, if I give straight away m of t, no integration will come, this will be Kp into m of t, right? Now Kf is the frequency sensitivity of the modulator, Kp is the phase sensitivity of the modulator. These two are modulators, right? And now if I give it here, the integral of m of t, I will get this representation. Now these two, this one 2 pi kf integral m of t dt, and this one, both are same, right? So from the phase modulation, if you want to generate the frequency modulation, you have to use another block before the phase modulation called integrator, right? So what I have to do now here, m of t I have to do, right? So now this will be, to get the phase modulated signal, I have to use d by dt, then this becomes dm of t by dt, and frequency modulation, you will get the phase modulated signal. Understand? Now the s of t becomes AC cos omega Ct plus Kf into integration of d by dt of m of t dt. Now dt and cancel. Now what you are going to get is expression S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus kf into m of t dt, which is equivalent to your phase modulated signal. That means this signal is phase modulated signal, right? Now here m of t give an integration I have to do, and this becomes m of t, which I am going to get the frequency modulated signal. If integral of m of t is passing through phase modulated signal and the output of the phase modulation signal is, I am going to get the frequency modulation. Now here the relation between the frequency and phase modulation is, in phase modulation straight away we are getting m of t, in frequency modulation we are doing integration of m of t. That's it. Okay. Now let us see the time domain representation of Fm, which we have seen earlier already, right? Whenever the message signal is maxima, the frequency is maxima. Whenever the message signal is minima, the frequency is minima. Now we will see both the representations, the frequency modulation as well as phase modulation time domain expressions, right? Now this is amplitude modulation. You know, whenever amplitude of the message signal is high, the modulated signal amplitude is also high, right? Under modulated signal, amplitude of the message signal is high, the amplitude of message signal is high. Amplitude of modulated signal is also high. Amplitude of the message signal is low, the amplitude of modulated signal is also low. This we have verified already. Now in the frequency modulation, whenever the amplitude of the message signal is high, the frequency, if you see the wave lengths are, the waves are compressed here, that means higher frequency, and this means lower frequency. That means at this instant of time the message signal is lower. Now here what I am taking now, this is integration of m of t I am taking, this is straight away m of t I am considering. Remember this. So in this is a difference between the phase modulation and frequency modulation. With this I am going to define the time domain waveforms, right? Now any message signal, whether it is cos or, right, sine only, cos or sine. Now if my message signal is cos, what should be the integration of message signal? It becomes sine. You don't bother about it. Then 2 pi fm t by 2 pi fm. I am not bothering about this one. M of t is equal to, now if I do integration, cos becomes sine. That means what is the phase is varied, what is the difference between cos and sine is 90 degrees. The difference between cos and sine is 90 degrees. Understand? The difference between maxima to minima is also 90 degrees. Understand? Now the difference between the cos and sine is 90 degrees. That means it is inversed. Okay, this will be inverse, converse out. Right? This becomes converse. So wherever you are getting maxima, here you are getting minima. Wherever you are getting minima, here you are getting maxima. Because of the difference, basic difference. M of t is straight away we are taking, right? And wherever maxima comes, if I integrate, minima comes into picture because cos becomes sine, right? So maxima, the message signal of integration will be minima, right? If the message signal is minima, you are getting signals are wider, the wavelengths are wider, right? So here you are getting maximum frequency. Due to the integration, here you are getting the minimum frequency. That's it. Here the minima, here you are getting maxima. The frequency and phase time domain representations. The frequency and phase modulated time domain representations are converse. So with that, to define this, I have not discussed the time domain expression at the phase modulator. Right? Do you understand? If you understand the difference between FM and PM, PM means straight away M of t, FM means, right, integration of M of t. So if I do integration, the cos becomes sine. So the FM and PM, right, there is a phase difference of 90 degrees. So that 90 degrees phase difference I have represented in the modulated. Thank you.